there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with match number 1 with our Dragon Evolution. Made a little bit of a changes, took out some the non-basic or some forests and put in some Cinderglades, just because I was looking at the mana source and seeing we need a little bit more red. So that's a little bit of a change. So we'll see if it actually works out for the better. I think that coming to play tap lands are fine because we have nothing to do on turn number 1 a lot of the time. So anyway, we'd like to play first. Yes. And Triple Evolving Wilds and Matter Reshaper Reality Smashers, I think this is okay, as we can just do nothing for a few turns. Our opponent does mulligan to 6. And keeps his 6 and puts a card on the bottom. So we'll just go ahead and Evolving Wilds, and I'll just go ahead and get a Forest. So opponent goes Evolving Wilds as well. And here we'll go Evolving Wilds again, and I'll go grab the other Forest, I think. And that way now we have the mana for the Eldritch Evolution, as well as the Matter Reshaper. I would like to find one more land, come into play untapped here for the Matter Reshaper, so we don't have to be back a turn. But it looks like we're going against the Bant company deck, so let's hope for that. And it's a Thought-Knot Seer, which unfortunately means we have to go get a waste with the Evolving Wilds. And that is not something I want to be doing, plus allowing his Duskwatch to flip. So we're in pretty bad shape because this allows him to basically blow out everything in his hand with the Evolving Wilds a little bit weaker. So that means we don't have like a Spell Queller coming out. And actually, did I cut the waste out of there? I think I did. So actually, we're in bad shape with that. Yeah, that was a last-minute cut. I did have a waste near at one point to get with the Evolving Wilds. But now I can't cast anything, so we'll just go ahead and get a Mountain. And hopefully we can draw into a land that comes into play. Okay, that was a good draw. So I think that actually Thought-Knot Seer is better than a Matter Reshaper, because we can eat out his Collected Company or his Spell Queller or something like that. Yeah, his Coco, and now all he has is double Selfless Spirit, so that was huge. And it's gone forever. So there's one Selfless Spirit and another Duskwatch, which will flip his Duskwatch back to just being a regular, or his Krallenhorde back into a regular Duskwatch. So if we hit a land here, Reality Smasher is good. Ulrich is not good here, but we do get Matter Reshaper. And I would probably trade Duskwatch Recruiters. No, he just sack a Selfless Spirit, give them both indestructible. So it's just going to be the Matter Reshaper. And we'll pass. That way his guys do not flip. We've got one of the dreaded Cocos out of his deck. And we do have the Eldritch Evolution that can kill the Matter Reshaper. So I feel in pretty good shape, because the longer this game goes on, I think that the nod is definitely in our favor. So he's going to come in with what? The Selfless Spirit? No, he keeps it back. And he flips both Duskwatch. And is he going to look first? Yeah, he's going to decide to activate the Duskwatch. And he misses with the Duskwatch. Let me see. Sometimes MTG is messed up with that. Put a card on bottom. Put a card on the bottom. Yep. Puts no cards in their hand. Okay. So that is good. Elder Deep-Fiend cannot be used yet. So I think that we will just Eldritch Evolution on the Matter Reshaper. And probably just go another Thought-Knot would be my guess. Ojutai might be a little bit hard for him to deal with. If we get Pilgrim, kind of just want a Pilgrim's Eye here to go get the other red source. But I think that just seems very, very bad. The Icefall Regent could tap down a Howler. I'm still thinking Thought-Knot's the right play, but he missed and missed. He has another at least Selfless Spirit in his hand. But I think we need to get in for as much damage as possible. And that's not Reality Smasher because he's sacked Selfless Spirit. So it's Dragonlord Ojutai. And then we'll pass. But we did not hit what we wanted to hit with a land. Another Selfless Spirit comes out that does allow him to double block the Dragonlord Ojutai, which we hit a land. Well, we get to see what's in his hand. And hopefully get rid of a Spell Queller. Why didn't he just cast? Oh, because he doesn't have the white, yeah. So Spell Queller gone too. That's pretty good. And if he wants to trade... No, he'd only have to trade... No, yeah, he'd have to trade both. So I think this is worth it. If he wants to kill both Selfless Spirits. I'm okay with that trade. But he does have the ability, if the Howlers do flip back, to start digging. We're eventually going to draw that land, and we do, the Cinderglade. So here is the Ulrich can just come out, I believe. And I did want to test Ulrich, because Ulrich does seem pretty powerful. Give a Thought-Knot Seer the +4/+4, and swing in with this Thought-Knot Seer. Now, he could have Coco. He does not. He goes down to a 12. But now if he wants to flip, not cast a spell, the Ulrich might just be able to take over the game. Because when he flips, he will fight a non-werewolf, though. He's the alpha of werewolves. Why can't he fight other werewolves? Reflector Mage for Ulrich? No, Thought-Knot, because he wants to draw a card. But that just gives me the ability to cast it again. Unless I would like to fight, because I have Elder Deep-Fiend now that can tap down. So I can fight and kill a Reflector Mage, and then just use the Elder Deep-Fiend on... No, I would not have the mana. So I'm thinking this, just recasting the Thought-Knot or going for Matter Reshaper this turn is fine. Because I'd have to kill my own Thought-Knot Seer, which doesn't seem too appealing to me for the Elder Deep-Fiend. I just think we recast the Thought-Knot. Oh, I can't recast the Thought-Knot, duh. So, yeah, Matter Reshaper is the right call. And I don't attack him with anything because it's just not in my interest here. So again, we've got rid of Collected Company, a Spell Queller, and 2 Selfless Spirits. And those are definitely the cards that are problematic for Bant. At this point, Sylvan Advocates are annoying because they'll be 4/5s. He has to cast something, otherwise Ulrich is going to murder his Reflector Mage. So he's going to fight the Ulrich with the Duskwatch Recruiter, which also doesn't seem like the best play. So we'll just rely on the Elder Deep-Fiend here, and we can't cast anything and Elder Deep-Fiend. We have 1, 2, and that's 3, that's 6, 7. Oh, so we can cast. Yeah, we can actually cast. No, that'd only be 6. So I don't want to go with the Thunderbreak, because then we can just win with the Reality Smasher. So we're just going to pass the turn. And I don't even think at the upkeep we care. We go to his end step. He has another land, so very, very mana flooded by our opponent. And he will scoop. Even though he's not dead, we tap down 2 things, then we Reality Smasher and kill him. He doesn't know he's dead, though. So, against this deck, the sideboard, we do want... Thought-Knots are okay, but I only want 1. I don't want to see like multiple Thought-Knot Seers, especially late game. They just end up being very, very dead cards. So the Thunderbreak Regents are good. The Kozilek's Return are okay. They're good if I can get an Elder Deep-Fiend because I can wipe his board. But Atarka and Dromoka are extremely good in this matchup. The cards that I think are weak, Ojutai, Icefall Regent, I don't necessarily need to tap anything down, so I think Icefall Regent's kind of bad. Reality Smasher is also something that's just subpar in this match. We do want the Elder Deep-Fiend. I mean, I could take out all the Reality Smashers and bring in the Kozilek's Return. But Kozilek's Return, yeah, it takes our Selfless Spirit, so I think that's fine. We do need to kill off early Selfless Spirits and Duskwatch Recruiters, but it doesn't hit very many. But then after the Elder Deep-Fiend, it does trigger that back. So Dragonlord Silumgar does seem fine. It can get Reflector Mage back, but I think that just like Surrak is out, and we'll keep this kind of go over the top of them type strategy. So we do need the early red sources. This will be good. This will be fine. We're a little bit flooded. We have the 5 and 2, but the Eldritch Evolution in Pilgrim's Eye is very, very good. We just need to worry about Spell Queller. Radiant Flames is very, very good here. So we'll go grab a red source. And there's a Noose Constrictor. Well, drew a land we didn't want to draw, so I will just go get the other green source, I believe, because we can cast everything. And he'll attack in for 2 with the Noose Constrictor. He does have the Spell Queller mana. Alright, so we do use Radiant Flames right now. I think it's worth it. So blue. He can discard a couple cards to keep it alive, but that's why I took the damage, so he couldn't do that. Tireless Tracker was a good card. Noose Constrictor not so much. It's a card that doesn't give me too much problems, but he has the other Tireless Tracker. He would have been in drawing a ton of cards. Draconic Roar would be wonderful here. Pilgrim's Eye is fine. This allows us to go get a blue source and just put it into play. And then we can Eldritch Evolution it the following turn if I worry about a Spell Queller. I hope he taps out, and that way I don't have to worry about a Spell Queller. Because the Pilgrim's Eye can go get just the Dragonlord Dromoka, and I think, or Dragonlord Ojutai, and that's pretty rough for our opponent to deal with. But it does seem like he has a Spell Queller in his hand. So in that case, we'll just hopefully draw into something I can cast. Unfortunately not, so I don't want to give him any sort of advantage, because we want to use this Pilgrim's Eye later on, I guess, for the Elder Deep-Fiend. No, we go for it. It's probably going to get Spell Quellered. I have to go for it because he'll crack a clue anyway. Okay, that's actually not bad. I can Thought-Knot Seer here. I can Ulrich. Actually, no, Ulrich is probably the right play. He'll crack that clue. Now, he could have a Reflector Mage here for Ulrich. I will actually trade with a Tireless Tracker if he wants to. But I'm thinking a Reflector Mage is just going to come down and reflect it back. Yeah, so that's good, though, because then it can't take care of the Dragonlord Dromoka, and then we can cast it after and then gain a ton of life. We'll gain 9 life. But the Selfless Spirit's annoying. He's down to 3 cards. He'll attack in with the Tireless Tracker. I'm down to a 9. Draconic Roar is actually really good here. But, I mean, No, he'll just Selfless Spirit it, so we just have to try, and hopefully this is something he can't answer. He needs another Reflector Mage. Reflector Mage does win the game. That's 9 exactly. So unless he has, a Coco and a Reflector Mage. Or a Declaration in Stone. That also works, correct? Because he just pops a clue? I don't know why I just didn't pop a clue and win the game there. Because this gives me a turn, but, I'm not. Well, that works. No, I'm down to a 1, so I can't cast the Draconic Roar and cast anything else. Need red in all of this instances, so a clue doesn't do anything either. Yeah, we're dead anyway. But he should have just popped a clue and killed me with the Tireless Tracker. But alright. So Reflector Mage, Declaration Stone gets the job done. I could go the more aggressive route with the... No, I think this is fine. With the Reality Smashers, the way he's got the Reflector Mage just make this very difficult to play Reality Smashers. I don't think you get enough advantage off them. So we'll play first another hand that we unfortunately have to mulligan. And this is fine, but we are flooded. So we'll put this on the bottom. I think I'll just actually play just a regular land. And then we'll Evolving Wild the turn after that. Just so I can know that I not have a land on top. Hopefully that was a beautiful draw. We'll go ahead and Evolving Wilds. We don't need red. We'll get a green source. Alright, so our opponent does not have the right lands either. That's good news. So Pilgrim's Eye. And then at this point, we can just get any basic land that we have left. A blue source that doesn't do a damage to us is probably the right line of play. And just pass. I'd hate to see a blue source here. Just Declaration in Stone, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. He's grasping at straw. He should have molded his hand. Kept a greedy hand. Here we can just pop a clue. And see if we can draw into another land. We're definitely not out of this, though. He does find the sources he needs, though, with the Lumbering Falls. We find yet another land. Pass a turn. And now he's just going to keep up Spell Queller / Coco, but he misses his land. He's got a discard. So I feel very far ahead here. And he'll just choose to go Dustwatch. But I draw yet again another land. And Spell Queller going to come down here? No, he's going to be very greedy with that Spell Queller that's in his hand. But now he has the Coco, which is very, very rough for me to deal with. We draw another land. So see what Collected Company finds. Finds a Thalia and a Selfless Spirit, but you got to think he's got other things. I'm going to let Thalia live, I believe. Because I'm not in any huge hurry. Or my life total is pretty healthy here. But, I mean, just drawing that many lands in a row, I think is going to lose us the game. We have another Radiant Flames I can use. So I will use Draconic Roar now. Yeah, this is fine. Because I want to see a Spell Queller come out. That was probably the worst card that could have come out. Was the Archangel Avacyn. It's okay, we can cast Dragonlord Atarka now. Right off the bat. We have enough mana to cast Emrakul, basically. Instant sorcery. But he's just keeping up Flash. I need something here. Not a land. And it actually comes into play tapped, so... This is a case of activating Lumbering Falls and winning is what he should do. I'll go down to a 3, and even with the Radiant Flames, I doubt I can do anything. Because I have to Radiant Flames and kill the Thalia, but the problem with that is Archangel Avacyn then flips. So, what in the world could I do here? Yeah, it just flips and does damage. So there's nothing I can do. So I could cast a Matter Reshaper, which will Spell Queller. He doesn't even do Spell Queller. This is the thing, and then he's got Lumbering Falls he can activate. So keeps a 2-lander. I don't think there's any way after he missed that 3rd land drop that we lost this game. But apparently, when you draw that many lands in a row, there's literally nothing you can do. So here we will Eldritch Evolution. I don't have the mana for the Radiant Flames, though. This needs to find a land off the top. Because the Evolving Wilds came into play tapped. Clash of Wills in his hand? That's an interesting one as well. He just kept a lot of these flash type cards. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll go on to the next match. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.